Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, wishing you a Merry Christmas 2020. Actually, I'm not talking about Christmas today. I'm going to be talking about jumping an anterior crossbite. Just so happened to be convenient. It's also Christmas Eve. But I've been hesitating on making this video because sometimes when I make videos, I feel like they go to the wrong people that I intend to use them. So I'm going to speak intentionally at a very high level when I use the verbiage for this video because it's really meant only for dentists, teaching them how to use a trick to teach their patients. I don't necessarily want consumers using these tricks and tips unwatched, unverified. So the power of YouTube is that you put something out there and you hope the right people use it and use it the right way. So docs, I'm going to be making this video for you. This is going to be a specific trick and tip that you can use on interceptive patients. Interceptive patients, meaning patients prior to phase 1 treatment. If you see something happening, you see an anterior crossbite developing, and you want to try to mitigate it, you want to try to do something that's free to fix it so that hopefully you do not have to do like a spring retainer, Invisalign first or anything like that, because you can do it for free. Believe it or not, if you catch it early, you can fix these things for free, assuming that the issue is a dental anterior crossbite and not a skeletal anterior crossbite. And if you don't know the difference, you need to watch my other videos or read my book at StraightSmileSolutions.com. Again, this trick only works if it's a single tooth dental anterior crossbite, not a skeletal anterior crossbite. That means if your maxilla is set back posterior, this is not going to work. You're going to need to do an expander, open the sutures, and do a protraction face mask. How are you going to know the difference? Well, you're going to have to take a ceph. So unless you take a ceph and get the numbers, and that's something we'll be glad to help you analyze. If you do that, you don't know. So this isn't meant to be for someone just to wing it. And if you do this incorrectly or you put too much pressure on it and you do this unsupervised, you might lose the tooth. So this isn't something that you should be doing unsupervised, willy-nilly, or anything like that. So what do you need in order to fix this? First of all, again, this is pre-interceptive. 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old who maybe is starting to get number 8 and 9. It could be 10 or 7 or 10 as well, but it's usually 8 or 9 when it comes in and it's starting to hit the lower teeth, which have already erupted as an interference, and it's colliding. It's not really meant for something that's in a full crossbite. It's meant for something when it comes down and it bangs on the lower tooth and it just stops erupting. So maybe it's like 50% in and it just stops there. And eventually it's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to slide forward or it's going to erupt, or slide back and erupt. And most likely it usually slides back and erupts. And then once it does that and erupts fully, you are going to need phase 1 braces, or you're going to need phase 1 aligners, Invisalign first, and that gets a lot more expensive. So if you can catch it at an early stage when it starts to happen and jump it in a free way, then you don't have to pay for all these lab fees. So cool, awesome, right? So, I always worry about doing this with my patients because I want to teach them this trick, but then again, I can't really bill for it, right? Because it's not an appliance, it's not braces. So this has got to be on someone that you're cool to help out, but it's not official treatment. So it's a little bit of a gray area. So you got to watch out in terms of paperwork, liability, and all that stuff. So best to be using this on your friends and family or things like that, and maybe not a patient that you don't know that well, just because it could go wrong, right? So all you need in order to do this is a tongue depressor. Actually, my favorite is a waxing stick. They're plastic because tongue depressors taste disgusting. If you've ever sucked a popsicle stick, a regular popsicle stick is too narrow. So you need a nice wide tongue depressor. This is a waxing one. You can buy them. Unfortunately, you can only pretty much buy them in bulk from Amazon or eBay that I found. You might have them in your office. I always had them in my office just, to do a quick retract if I didn't want to sterilize something and throw it away. I know it's not sustainable, but we always had them. But this is just a waxing one. It comes with any microwavable wax or that you buy from Amazon. So get it. Obviously, you want one-time use. And patient needs to, again, this is for interference crossbite, dental crossbite, non-skeletal crossbite. Patient, let's say it's on number 9. Is this 9? I'm backwards. So I don't even know what tooth that is. Is it 8? I don't know. One of these front teeth. And let's say as a kid, I was like this, right? Just bite down. Bite down. That's all you do. Have them bite down and hold. They can't just rest it there. They have to bite down and hold for about 5-10 minutes at a time, 3 to 4 times a day for a couple weeks until it jumps. So they need to bite and hold. And they'll, kids are hard because they're going to bite, but they're not going to hold, right? They're just going to rest. So they need to bite and hold, squeeze. They can squeeze, relax, but 10 minutes at a time. put on an egg timer or something like that. Let them watch a game, let them watch a movie, and bite and hold and bite and hold. It will work if they do it, as long as it's the right kind of case selection that I mentioned, and it should come forward. And as long as that's the only problem, it should resolve, you know? But of course, if you've got crowning and underdeveloped arches, you're still going to have other issues. So you need to pick your case wisely. Anyways, hopefully that was helpful. I hope it was really, really helpful for you. As always, you can reach out to us at StraightSmileSolutions.com. Take care. Aloha.